So what we did also compared to the Mini E, we are using with the BMW ActiveE, we are using new battery cells, and we made a decision already to have SB Motive as a battery supplier, and they have different chemistry and also different geometry of the battery cell, and this made it possible for us to package the battery modules in a way so that we are not sacrifice any space. So that means some of the battery modules are placed in a tunnel. The other modules are placed underneath the rear seat where usually the gas tank is located, and some are placed underneath the hood close to the firewall. And if we then walk around the vehicle, as you might know, in the Mini E there's really a small trunk or small boot, and we could manage with the BMW ActiveE that there is a big boot available, 200 liters, and it fits definitely 2 golf bags or some other things into that car. So this is going to work. So it has a trunk, and it is a 4-seater. The other thing what you see here in the rear, this is the area where the power electronics is located. Why is the power electronics located there? It's because we integrated the electric motor, the electric engine, into the rear axle. And that means 2 things. It's a very good package, lightweight package. The power electronics sits on top of the electric engine, and the other thing is it is a rear-wheel drive. As it is good for BMW, it has to have a rear-wheel drive, so that means rear engine, rear-wheel drive. And the other thing is the engine is quite powerful. The engine has about 125 kilowatts, but what is even more important for an electric engine is to have a high torque level. And we have 250 Newton meters of torque available, and the physics of an electric engine is also important because some of you might know that at 0 revs we already have a maximum torque. So what that means is the vehicle accelerates from 0 to 60 in 8.5 seconds. It's quite fast, and it will be a real BMW. And the other thing what we could achieve with the packaging of the battery modules is an even weight distribution. So 50% front axle, 50% rear axle, and this stands for perfect driving dynamics, as BMW is known for. So these are the things we did for the vehicle. The other thing what we did besides the battery and the electric powertrain, the motor, the engine, the electric engine is an all-new development. It's a synchronous engine. We also have a new power electronics developed, and another new feature is the battery management. And the battery management means that other than with the Mini, we had an air cooling system to manage the battery. In this case, we have a liquid cooling system in, and this allows us to, as I said, precondition the battery, but also you can precondition the interior temperature, and you can either heat the battery if it's cold in the winter, or in the summertime you can cool the battery with that equipment. So this is for us key, because if we manage the complete battery pack perfectly, then we can achieve 3 things. Either we can manage the lifetime of the battery, make the lifetime longer if you have a good battery cell management, or the power output could be higher and lower. And the third thing is, what did I mention? The power. The other thing is charging time for the battery, because if you quick charge the battery, you have to make sure that the battery cells are in a good temperature level. So the other thing is, we should also not see then a huge difference between winter and summer driving. And this is also a very important point for us. And for that, what the customer will experience is we will then achieve a higher range of a higher range, because we can manage the battery much better compared to that what we had in the Mini. So therefore we think this will be the right step, and with that car, this test fleet we want to introduce, we will again gain information, additional information that we will feed in immediately in the so-called mega city vehicle that we are working on in parallel. So this is the idea about the BMW ActiveE. Other than the powertrain, we also have a focus on aerodynamics. All the things that we developed with Efficient Dynamics, with the Efficient Dynamics cars, they will move into, of course, into the ActiveE. And as you can see, there are some special rims, some special wheels on that vehicle, and they are designed to be perfect for the aerodynamics. And we also look from the aerodynamic side to the front end of the vehicle, and of course the vehicle has no exhaust pipe anymore, and this will be the thing where we plug in the charger, and the charging time will be about 2.5 hours with 50 amps current, and in US with 32 amps it will take about 4.5 hours to charge the vehicle. The other point, maybe we can come to that later, is the so-called remote control, where you can, from your desk, where you can manage the charging level, or where you can manage the temperature of the interior and of the battery, so that you always have a perfect start point or setting when you enter the car and when you take off. So this is in very brief about the BMW ActiveE. And of course, Peter, did I miss something? No? Okay, so then I